Welcome back, everybody, to the Search Show 24/7. This is Deadpool number 2 movie review. So let's get right into it. Deadpool number 2, or DP2 if you're nasty. The highly anticipated movie of, or the sequel to the most profitable rated R movie ever or whatever. It's crazy how good the first one did, and if you make that kind of money, you gotta have a sequel. You gotta up the ante. You gotta get more money, and you gotta just do it bigger. This is what Deadpool 2 does. I saw it last night with a group of friends. We all had a great time. We ate some good food, had laughs, we giggled, we cried a little, and we were just surprised on how it was. And this will be maybe a spoiler. I don't know. I'm just gonna be talking, so spoiler warning. There you go. There might be some spoilers in here. With that being said, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. It was really good. It was really clever at times. It was funny. I love the moments where it just caught me by surprise, where I was like, oh, I didn't think they were going to go this way. I didn't think they were going to go that way. I thought they were going to go this way, but they didn't go that way. Stuff like that really catches my eye, especially when it comes to a sequel, because sequels are so hard to do, because it can get very derivative. It can just feel like the same, and they're just kind of going through the motions. But this movie was, it kind of went through the same motions, but it knows that because it's Deadpool. But at the same time, it gives you a few new flavors of different things to kind of keep you interested and keep you intrigued by what it's doing. So with that being said, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I don't know, since I've only seen it once, I don't know if I like it better than the first one, but it's up there. It's really up there. Like I said, just the sheer fact of the surprises. And some of the bold moves they did by killing off the girlfriend right off the bat, and then having that opening credit scenes and explaining why they did it, stuff like that. That was just very clever and stuff. Some of the pop references and just references in general that they did were really good. But with that character, Deadpool, you always have to kind of up the ante, and that's why they brought in Cable, and that's why they brought in Domino. Just those new factors to kind of sprinkle in throughout the movie, and just see how he reacts and how he gets along with these new characters and these new people was very interesting. I thought Josh Brolin did a fantastic job as Cable, being the antagonist at that point in time, and the way in his whole backstory, you don't get too much of it, but you get just enough that he's still a mystery, but you're still very intrigued, that you still want more from whenever they come out with X-Force and stuff like that. Probably the standout performance in this movie was probably Domino, just because the way her powers and her movesets are, and the ability of what she does is very cinematic, and they make fun of that it's not cinematic, and that's the whole joke, because it's so cinematic that when you watch it go through, it's like, oh man, this happens, and just that, obviously that domino effect goes in, and that's how she gets her kills, that's how she gets the upper hand and stuff. So the way they incorporated Domino and her abilities in this movie was really good, and she had great chemistry with Ryan Reynolds, and as always, he's always good. He is Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. You could tell he really loves this character, and he's very cautious of what he puts out and what he says and how he presents that character. So you really appreciate an actor who appreciates the character that they play. So I really do appreciate Ryan Reynolds in this movie in that aspect. But this movie isn't perfect, It has its flaws, like I said. From what it might not make it the better movie out of the two. I don't know yet. I've only seen it once, but the flaws I had were just kind of minor flaws, nothing crazy. Most of the jokes worked, but some of the jokes I felt like they could have did more. You know what I mean? They played it safe. Like the first one, you know, you get those jokes where he's talking about like DC, or he's talking about his bad movies and, you know, Hugh Jackman and stuff, and you get that here up a little bit more and a little bit funnier. But you know, I want to see more. You know, Ryan Reynolds spent so much time in his character and stuff. I feel like you can do more. I feel like it's not. I won't say it was a cop out with some of these jokes. I just feel like not even lazy writing. I just feel like he could have just did more. He could have, instead of going to that Green Lantern well that he always goes to, or you know, another well, or a DC well, he can find other topics to talk about. You know what I mean? He could have talked about like Trump, or maybe you know, stuff like that. Just more stuff to kind of solidify the character and make it more unique, and not just pertain so much to like the stuff that we've already seen and already heard before. So in that aspect, I was a little disappointed. But like I said, most of the jokes work. So even like the whole you know, Green Lantern gag, and the whole, you know, Ryan Reynolds, you know, doing bad movies gag, and you know, stuff like that, they were still really good. They were still really funny. I just felt like you could have pushed the envelope just a little bit more, in my opinion, and that would have made the movie even better. But as it stands, it's still a great movie. It's still a great time. A lot of great cameos, a lot of great Easter eggs in it. The story was really good. It wasn't convoluted. And it got to the point. It's a very quick movie. It's like just under 2 hours or something like that. So, and I didn't feel the length of it or anything, or the time of it. It went by real fast. The motion of it was good. The beats it hit, the characters it introduced, the way they take out some of these characters are very, very funny. And like I said, the way they introduce some of these characters are just very cool and unique. So I really, really like this movie. Just like the little minor quibbles I had with, and they're not even big quibbles. They're just like things that I saw that I was like, you could have did better with that. With some of these jokes and stuff, he could have just kind of went a little bit harder. You know what I mean? The first one, I felt like he had so much more to prove that he went hard and he went for it. The second one, you didn't have that much to prove. You know what I mean? We already knew it was going to be good because Ryan Reynolds he's a writer on it. Everybody knows how much he loves his character and stuff, so you knew it was going to be good. But I just wanted it to be like great, and you know, something like that. But other than that, man, I really enjoyed this movie. What do you guys think of this movie? What were your favorite parts? There's a end credit scene that is just fantastic that everybody's talking about. And that's one of those things where it did kind of the same kind of jokes as before, but it turned it on its head a little bit, and it just made it funny, and it was still good. You know what I mean? So stuff like that where it's not that big of an issue because it was still a good movie. But what were you guys' favorite moments in this movie? Please comment below. Let me know. Hit that bell button thingy. You know what I mean? Because YouTube is new now, and I'm an old YouTuber. We didn't have that back in the day, but now I'm back. We got new stuff, so you got to hit that like the button. I remember that. Like the button. Do that, and then you can still subscribe. And even if you don't like this video, you can comment, tell me you hate me, and still subscribe. All right, you still do that. All right, because I got kids to feed now. I got kids to feed. But as always, this is the Cirque Show, 24/7. Be easy.